Good morning, my beautiful followers. How is everyone doing this morning? Finishing up my coffee and getting ready to jump into the day. I've already been in the day for a little while, but getting ready. It's Friday. It's gonna be a good day. So today I was really stirring with some of my recent clients and then just some friends that have come to me with some things, and I was really stirring with the energetics of things and relationships, because there's many times we have an issue in a relationship or we're getting something from somebody and it has nothing to do with the actual things being said. It has nothing to do with the actual words. The underlying dynamic of all relationships is our energy. And I had this beautiful woman come to me. It was a client the other day. I adore this client. And she was talking about her man. And she was going back and forth and really uncertain about some of the cues she was getting from him. She was like, I think he's mad at me. I think he's mad. I think he's upset. He's not saying something. And I asked why she thought that. And in truth, she had very little hardcore evidence, as you would call it, to prove, why she had this feeling. She's like, but Addison, I just have this feeling. It's this energy. And so we had to go through a few steps, because the fact is we feel this all the time. We feel this in different ways. It's not always negative. Sometimes we're like, that person's into me, but you can't prove why. Energy cannot be proved. It can be proven. Energy as a whole can be proven. But when it comes to our interactions, a lot of times it is just a feeling. It's our intuition. It's our sensation. And so it really comes down to checking yourself. 1 second. The cat keeps... Ava, stop. Sorry, she keeps biting my butt, and that's just not really comfortable in the middle of a live stream. So gotta love kittens. So first of all, the first step is to check your ego. A lot of times, if we've had traumatic experiences in the past, and when I say traumatic experiences, this does not mean that you've had what we would call big T trauma. This means like the little traumas in relationship, a breakup, a really jarring situation in a past relationship. If you grew up in a traumatic household with alcoholic parents, a parent that was mentally unstable, you didn't feel safe. The fact is, you build an oversensitivity a lot of times to things, to energies, especially if you are a highly sensitive person. If you could categorize yourself as a highly sensitive person, if you don't know what that means, go Google it after this video, HSP. And if you're just incredibly empathetic, you can oftentimes see things, feel energies, and you get in your ego. We get in our ego quite easily and go, is it this? Is it this? And we start to try to determine what it is, when the fact is we can never know. A lot of times we go, oh, I know that person, was that energy, when it really could have been something else. There's been times in my life where people have been like, you were angry at us. I'm like, no, actually, I was just being really, really introspective. I had a lot of emotion going on, and actually none of it was anger. It was a lot of just like a lot of, emotion internally. It was a lot of me going inside and figuring out my own stuff. But those little energetics can be perceived by others in another way. And so I told this woman, I said, you really need to look at your ego here. Are you judging this energy? Are you going, it's this? Or did you ask? Did you inquire? Do you know? How do you know? And she was like, no, I didn't. I'm just assuming. I'm assuming because of my wounds. And that's what it really came down to. But then there is this ability, if you are in relationship with someone, to go, I'm feeling an energy. I'm not sure. You have to be careful with that also, though, because if that's your go-to, which I know I can get into, self-disclosure there, I can get into that energy too of trying to manage because just because of my past. And so you have to check your own ego in that as well. It is just feeling out the energies. And then there comes to this point of intuition, of just going like, no, like I do feel this. I feel something is off. I don't have to label it. I don't have to judge it. I don't have to go, it is this. And that's where we get into trouble when we label somebody else's energy. We go, it is this. You know, that interaction was this. That interaction was this, without, when it is just a complete energetic piece. A lot of times we can get in trouble, versus going like, there was an off energy. There was an off energy there. It's really difficult because we have to check our egos, and yet it's important to listen to your intuition and go and listen to that gut sensation within you. But oftentimes our guts can also, if we start to get our brains connected to our guts, what ends up happening is we swirl stuff in our head that isn't true. It is all energy. And we never can know what's going on in another person's mind, in another person's energy in that way. We can tap into somebody's energy, but we cannot go, they were thinking this exact thing, and it is this, and it is this. I know some people will fight me on that, but I think that's a dangerous game. If you're a psychic, that's one thing, or if you're doing a psychic reading, meaning, but in our relationships, there are so many dynamics underlying them that if you're meeting somebody and you're like, they're into me, maybe they're just having a good day and that's the energy that's coming out. They're coming out with a flirty energy. Maybe if somebody feels really angry, you're like, well, they're angry. Well, maybe they're not angry. Maybe they are just internalizing something. We a lot of times perceive energies through our own filter. Even psychics, when they're doing readings, will filter through their perception of things. That is psychic 101. You are always filtering through your own shit. And then once you've gotten an energy, then you have to cleanse and protect yourself. You should have protected yourself before this. I'm doing a whole workshop on March 20th in the DFW area in Plano. If you are in the area, then check this workshop out. But this cleansing and protecting is so important. It is important that you learn to always protect your energy and cleanse yourself, because once you have that intuitive energy, a lot of us will take that energy on, and then we start swirling, and then it's in our bodies, and then we're a whole mess. But it is important that we're constantly cleansing our own energetic body and protecting it to keep others' energy in their own energetic field versus our energetic fields. I know I daily, at least daily, sometimes multiple times a day if I'm doing lots of energy work or have a workshop or something and I'm dealing with lots of energies, but at least daily I am cleansing my own energy and trying to let go of other people's energy, because I am highly sensitive in that I take other people's energies on, especially those closest to me. I will soak those in, and so I would do your own kind of evaluation of self, really, and look at, do you take on other people's energy? Are you protecting yourself? Are you cleansing yourself? Sorry, frog in the throat, Addison's coffee moment. But you need to check in with yourself. Are you taking on other people's energy? If your energy switched, you were in a good mood and then all of a sudden you're in a bad mood, checking that. And then again, try not to overly judge it. Just let that energy go, wash it away. And then when it comes to the relationship aspect, that's going to be navigating. You're going to really have to navigate. People want me to give an exact answer on this a lot of times. I'm like, you're going to have to navigate it. Sometimes it is okay to go, hey, you see, like, there seems like there is an off energy here. Sometimes it's not worth it. Sometimes it's like, okay, I'm just gonna let that go. There was a weird energy. I don't know what or a good energy, we don't have to read into every single energy we experience. That is how we can kind of go crazy with this energetic stuff. We don't have to read into every single energy, that a person gives us. In relationship, it is important to talk about the energy piece, though. We can talk about all the things, but there comes a point where there is energy, and the mass of our communication with others is energy. It is energy. And we can say the same words, and the fact is how we say them, the intonation in which we say them, and mainly the energy in which we say them matters a whole lot. It matters a whole lot. And so check your energy. And if you are consistently seeing that you're struggling in your relationships, to go, what is my energy doing? What is my energy doing? And what is creating this dynamic? I have to do this often because, we are always wanting to recalibrate our energies and go, okay, how is my energy being perceived? And this is a great thing to ask people, because a lot of times what we mean to put out is not necessarily what we are putting out, knowing that we're always filtering through other people's energetic bullshit. But it is important to check our own energies. And so that is really just energetic hygiene and checking. Kendall Williams, my friend, gave me that word yesterday. I was like, energetic hygiene. I like that. And so it is this looking at keeping how our own energies are being perceived, cleansing our own energy, and then not like labeling and judging somebody else's energy right off the bat, getting in there, maybe having a conversation if that relationship is consistently or feeling something off, and then making sure you're just protecting your own energy and not taking everything personally, not taking on every energetic tiff or moment that might be happening. So, all right, guys. Outside of that, I think you guys have the point. Again, March 20th, DFW, energetic self-defense. I feel like doing jujitsu when I even say that title. Other than that, I have some amazing online workshops going on right now. Head over to addisonbell.net. You can check that out. Please like this page, share it, help me get my message out there, and then go and grab that fire within and tell me how you're doing with processing through all your own energy. All right, guys, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.